Stampers, my name is Linda Bedinger and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And today I'd like to show you how I made this card. I'm so excited about the beautiful papers that are in the new catalog that's coming out and will be available for ordering as of January 3rd, so in a little over a week. And this beautiful catalog, unfortunately I can't show you the inside until the 3rd, has so many pretty papers. We can show you as we're doing a project. So this is one of in my series Fast and Beautiful, which is where we have the papers that are involved in the making of the card, doing most of the heavy lifting for us. And these papers are just beautiful. The papers are called Sweet Soiree Specialty Designer Series paper, and I have to show you these. This is the one I selected to use for this card. Isn't that just gorgeous? And then that is the back side. So every front side on these is foiled, and then often the foiled ones are not double-sided, but these are all double-sided. And so that's that one. Then we have this beautiful cake paper here with all of these flowers on them. Isn't that gorgeous? And then a bold green stripe on the back side. This paper, which is again a floral, and isn't it gorgeous? And it has this white relief on the back side, and there's this paper again. Let me get these. This is stunning. This has like the embossing folder Falling Snow, this has foiled silver dots that get smaller as you get to the interior of the card. Isn't that gorgeous? And that one is this one on the back side. And isn't that pretty? Just a beautiful designer series paper that could be used for all kinds of things. Let's see, this is the back side of one, and this is another floral pattern. A little bit different, has a little bit of yellow in it, and it's just beautiful. Here's the cake again. Now this is the back side of this one, and this one I believe is Old Olive with these beautiful stripes. There's so many things I can think of that we might be able to do with these, and there's that one floral pattern again. Now, I wanted to tell you that this is, it matches and meshes with Berry Burst, Calypso Coral, Daffodil Delight, Marina Mist, Old Olive, Powder Pink, Rich Razzleberry, and Whisper White. So, the possibilities out of this paper series alone is just amazing, and aren't they just gorgeous? Well, I could hardly wait to play with them, and so I have created this card, and like I said, did it in my Fast and Beautiful series because all of the pieces that you're going to need are already provided for you. So this is a good way to get a clean, fast, beautiful card. And let me tell you what you need to make this card. I used a piece of Whisper White 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then I used a piece of Rich Razzleberry 4 by 5 1/4. Then a piece of Marina Mist. This one is 3 3/4 by 5. A piece of this beautiful DSP that is 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. This piece of powder pink is for the inside of the card. I didn't show you the inside of the card. I did a pink inside with a little bit of design on the inside. And this piece is 4 by 5 1/4. Then we have another piece of Rich Razzleberry that is 4 1/4 by 1 3/8. 1 3/8. And then this little piece, which is 4 inches by 1 1/4, and this is off of that other designer series paper in the same suite. Then you need a piece of scrap white for your sentiment. The other thing that I used on this is this pack, and it's called Sweet Soiree Embellishment Kit. And this comes along, it's part of the same suite. And you can see it's got these gorgeous die cutouts of the cakes. It's got this really pretty, this is a Marina Mist, and it is a velvet ribbon. Isn't that pretty? And so this ribbon is part of this, what do they call it again? A embellishment kit. And then there are all kinds of die cuts that have already been done for you. Isn't that fabulous? With the foil. And a couple of the different flowers that are represented in the papers. And then these embellishments here, I want you to look at these. They're just beautiful. This is on vellum, and they're done in silver. And there's leaves and these little berry sprays here, and then these little bell flowers. They're just gorgeous, and there's several pages of them. There's the flowers, like in the paper, a couple of those, and then these long silver leaves, again on vellum, and then more flowers on vellum in the silver. So there's quite a few things, and there's 3 of these large cakes. This yellow one, a pink one, and a white one, and then more die-cut flowers. And then there's a whole page of die-cut numbers that are half white and half silver, and then a few more die cutouts. Also included in this are these cute little, what are they? I can't think of the right word for them, but the little tags that hang off that you can embellish your card with. Some little white pegs and some washi tape. And what I'm using from this is a few of the vellums and the cutouts to embellish the card. I'll just move them off to the side for now until I need them. And I'm using some of the washi tape. And then let me show you the stamp set that goes with this, because there's also a die set that goes with this, and this is one that you can get in a bundle and save 10%. And the die cut, let me see if I can tell you what that is. I've got it, but it's put away right this minute. The die cut set is called Sweet Cake Framelit Dies. And so it cuts out the cakes, it cuts out the flowers, it cuts out an outline of one of these roses, cuts out this little flower here, and some of the leaves. So it's a wonderful set, and this is a 2-package set of stamps. And the one I'm using today is this little Best Wishes. There was so much drama in the paper, I wanted something that was really simple for the sentiment on this. Okay, so let's just get started here. I'm going to first fold and burnish my card base here. Okay, so that's all ready to go. And a lot of this can just be immediately placed on the paper. So here I've got a piece of the fresh fig, and a lot of this, because it's got so much pattern, and because I am raising this up, the rest of this is going on flat. So this card, oops, I've got kind of a little rough edge there. Let me see if I can't get rid of that. There we go. Let me go ahead and put this, that's a little bit of glue, I can erase that. But get my fresh fig piece put down, then immediately followed, that's the whole point in these Fast and Beautiful cards, is they really take almost no time and you come out with a stunning result. So here we can put this Marina Mist in place. Then put down my beautiful designer series paper. I am just in love with this stuff. I saw a project made the other day with just some of that soft powder pink ribbon, and it was just beautiful. So there we go. That one set down. Then this piece set, well, let's see. I guess I want to put this piece on top before I do anything else. So let me just set that in place here. Put that in place here. I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday. I was pretty much occupied with people from out of town and everything, so I didn't make any videos last week at all. I had good intentions, it just wasn't going to happen. So this piece now can go down. It also goes down flat on this card, and I set my piece most of the way down here. This one I might raise up just a little bit more. Let's see. Yeah, that's the way I want to do it. And this piece is cut to go all the way across the card. There we go. Now, instead of doing this one, I fussy cut out of a piece of the designer series paper, but I thought, you know, we're doing fast and beautiful, so maybe I will take this flower here because it's got a bit of the blue in it and it's got some of the fresh fig in it, and put that here. So I'm going to use a couple of dimensionals to get that raised up a little bit. So put that down here, and that is raised. Then we are going to do a little bit of stamping on this piece of Whisper White. And let's see, I had a piece of scratch paper here a minute ago. And I have my stamp mounted for my best wishes here. And I'm going to stamp that in Marina Mist ink, getting more ink on that. And then right close to the bottom here, I'm going to put my, try to do that right side up, right here along the bottom and at the edge. And there I've got my best wishes. And I'm just going to cut this piece and do that very straight, but I'm going to trim it so that it is straight. And there we have a nice little tiny sentiment. Those things out of the way. And then I have a couple of the mini dimensionals here to go on the back of my sentiment. This should be ready to go on my card. I'm going to try and make up for making no videos last week to making several this week, because I've got kind of a quiet week, so I can get maybe a few more done. So I'm going to take my best wishes here. Oh, I forgot my washi tape kit. Oh, here it is. And I did want to put a little tiny piece of the washi tape on here so that it would tie in with the inside of the card. So let me see if I can find the end. There it is. And cut a little piece of washi tape so that it goes on there. I think it just adds a little bit. It's really kind of a fun little addition. And all of these little things that we're adding to the card just make it look like it's very special, and we put a lot of thought and effort into it, and it really is awfully simple and easy. So I'm going to put my best wishes right down here along the bottom. Maybe move that a little bit further over this way. There's my best wishes, and so the interior of the card is complete. So now I'm going to do the inside of the card, and the first thing I'm going to do is just lay down my powder pink piece on the inside of the card. And then back to my pre-cut, die-cut pieces. That is just so handy. And I'm going to go back to the vellum embellishments here. I'm going to take one of these leaves and a spray of these little berry things here. And the thing that's interesting about these, you know, oftentimes you have trouble with vellum putting glue on them because then the glue shows. But quite honestly, this has got enough of a pattern on it that when you put the glue on the back of it, you kind of cover the whole thing and then you can't see any of it. There's just a little piece there sticking out. Oh. So what I'm going to do is put that there, this little piece tore off. They're very delicate, so you do have to be quite careful with them. But we'll just put that little piece back in there. And butt it up against where it came off, and nobody will be the wiser. Then I'm going to take some of these leaves, and again, they are fairly delicate, so you do have to be careful about releasing them from their paper here. And then again, a little bit of glue on the back side of that. Like that. Then a little bit of snail again on my flower. Oops, I forgot my washi tape again. So I did put a little piece of washi tape right along the end here. And I did want to do that because it ties the inside and the outside of the card together. And so my washi tape on the inside, and then put my flower here over all of those elements, and there we've got a nicely decorated inside of the card as well. And that's it. That's the project for today. Fast and beautiful, using all of the elements. This suite is so much fun. You're going to really enjoy it. I did add a few more of these kinds of things around the end, but I think on this one I'm going to leave those off, because I didn't really like the way this one ended up here. It's kind of half on, half off. And maybe I can stick that underneath and it'll be a little bit better. There, that's a little bit better. The other thing that I did do was I used some of these enamel dots, and I just dotted them kind of around the picture here, by putting some of them in different places. Now here's a little tiny yellow one that can go on this little yellow flower here. And then I did put a couple of these blue ones around a couple different places on the card, just to add a little extra sparkle. And here's a real bright yellow that can go right in the middle of that one. So very nice. And just to add just a little bit of extra sparkle. And there we go. There we have it. That's, again, the project for the day. And all of this will be available on my website, www.lbedinger.stampinup.net. And starting on January 3rd. It's going to be so much fun for you to be able to open up this catalog, because it really is, the papers are absolutely stunning. This set is very, very beautiful. There's several in here, and I'm going to do another project. I have going to a New Year's Eve party, and I thought I would take a hostess gift, and so I'm going to do a video on the little box that I'm going to make to put a little bit of gift inside to take to my hostess. And it's a box that's already pre-made and very easy to decorate, and I'll be back with that one probably tomorrow. Again, www.lbedinger.stampinup.net, and if you don't already have a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. And or you could join my team. Starting in January, when we have Celebration, it's a really good time to join Stampin' Up! Because your Stampin' Up! Join fee is $99, and that gets you $125 worth of products, your choice, whatever you choose. You also get $40 worth of product from me when you join my team. And then in addition, during Celebration, Stampin' Up! Is offering 2 additional stamp sets. Your choice. You can pick any ones in the catalog. And some of those stamp sets are anywhere from $17 to $27. So it's altogether really a good bargain. It's almost $200 worth of product for $99. And people who join my team, we meet monthly. I do private calls with all of my team members to try and help them with their goals and help them get whatever it is they want to achieve with Stampin' Up! For themselves. And we have a little bit of fun. Sometimes we meet up at the conventions, and it can just be a lot of fun. So join for just the discounts for yourself, or join to be part of a team and turn this into a business. There's a lot of things you can do with this. In any case, be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any future videos, and I'll be back soon with more projects and more cards. Bye!